Welcome. Here at Homebee, we approach beekeeping not as a mere hobby, but as a distinguished craft. Today, we will address one of its most critical junctures, the honey harvest. The objective is straightforward, yet its execution demands precision, to remove the bees so that the honey may be brought in. At the very heart of this task, you will find three distinct philosophies for clearing your honey supers. They are physical separation, the use of chemical repellents, and the application of mechanical force. Choosing the correct path for your own apiary is the single most important decision you will make for a successful and peaceful harvest. Let us examine each of these with care. We will begin with the most tranquil of the three methods. This patient approach utilizes what are known as bee escapes, a technique that is predicated on understanding, and indeed cooperating with, the bee's natural instincts. This leads us to the triangle escape, which is truly the gold standard for the serious practitioner. Its design is an elegant piece of engineering that works with the bees. You see, bees naturally move down into the brood chamber at night. This device simply provides a one-way maze for them to exit the honey super. They travel down, but they cannot find their way back up. And the result? After a day or two, you have a honey super that is almost entirely free of bees. This is all achieved with no stress to the colony and no chemicals near your honey. A word of caution is in order. The quality of your equipment is paramount. While the triangle board is reliable and ready to use from the moment you acquire it, other designs present significant challenges. The Porter Escape in particular is an antiquated design prone to clogging with bees or propolis, which renders it entirely ineffective. It is a tool that requires more patience than any beekeeper can truly afford. Now, there is a significant, though often overlooked advantage to this patient method. That 24 to 48-hour waiting period gives the few remaining bees time to perform housekeeping. They will meticulously clean up any honey from broken burr comb. This results in frames that are clean, dry, and far less likely to trigger a robbing frenzy when you finally remove them from the hive. However, this method's greatest strength is tied directly to its greatest risk. With the bee population separated from the honey supers, those supers are left undefended. Any gap in your hive bodies, any ill-fitting cover, becomes an open invitation for robber bees. During a nectar dearth, such a mistake can lead to the complete loss of your harvest in a matter of hours. Your equipment must be in excellent condition. Let us now turn our attention to a philosophy that prioritizes speed above all else. This is the fast-track method, which employs chemical repellents in a device known as a fume board. If this is the kind of content you're into, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel and keep me inspired to create. The mechanism is simple chemistry, powered by the sun. A benign but unpleasant-smelling repellent is applied to the felt underside of a metal-topped lid. When placed on the hive on a warm, sunny day, the sun heats that lid, vaporizing the chemical. The fumes, which are heavier than air, then sink into the super and drive the bees downward, clearing an entire box in as little as 5 minutes. This speed, however, comes at a considerable cost. The repellents have a powerfully offensive odor, often likened to something quite foul. More critically, there's a risk to the bees themselves. Applying too much chemical or using the board on an excessively hot day can sicken the bees, trapping lethargic individuals inside the very super you are trying to clear. It is ultimately a method of force, not finesse. This leads us naturally to our final chapter, the application of pure mechanical force. The bee blower is, as its name suggests, a powerful leaf blower repurposed for use in the apiary. In truth, this tool has quite a limited application for the hobbyist. Its best use is not as a primary removal method, but for clearing the few stragglers left behind after using an escape board. The risks are significant. The powerful blast of air can easily dislodge and lose a queen if she happens to be in the honey super. Furthermore, on a cool day, the air can chill the brood. It is a tool of brute force and must be used with extreme caution. So, we arrive at our decision matrix. When we compare these three philosophies side by side, the conclusion for the dedicated practitioner becomes quite clear. Escape boards are slow, but they are low cost, impose minimal stress on the colony, and can be used in almost any weather. Fume boards are fast, but stressful and weather dependent. Blowers are loud, expensive, and carry unacceptable risks for a small-scale operation. The recommendation is clear. Triangle escapes provide the highest quality harvest. Choosing the right tool reflects the beekeeper's respect for the colony. It is a decision that defines your approach to this craft. Thank you for joining me for this analysis. I invite you to subscribe and become part of the Homebee community, a place for serious practitioners to learn and grow together. I wish you and your colonies the very best.